Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Football Friday. I'm your host, Chris Owens, to my left. My special guest this week, Jason Sumner. Jason, thank you for joining us tonight.
Good to be here, Chris. Thank you for having me.
You know, Jason, we're less than 24 hours. Toe meets leather, opening game, Friday Night Lights. It doesn't get any better than this.
Georgia football at its best.
Yes.
When it's here in the South, all the stars align, planets align, the grass gets brown, temperatures get cooler, it's time for football.
I know when toe meets leather, my blood pressure gets a little
Absolutely.
bit higher.
Absolutely.
I'm
Yes,
so
sir.
excited, Jason. I may not sleep tonight.
I don't blame you. I'm in the same situation.
And you know, with the season starting, everybody's excited. The community's excited. It doesn't matter if you're a Bruin, if you're a Colt, if you're a Catamount, if you're an Indian, a Mountaineer. It doesn't matter. Come out, support your teams, cheer them on. Beginning of the year, it's like nothing else. Everybody's undefeated. Everybody's can't wait to get started.
Yeah, the best way, like you said, Chris, the best way to support your team is get out and watch them play. These teams, a lot of these local teams are hosting other local teams this week. Got some big matchups. And the best way you can support them is get out. Give them that gate money.
Yes.
Helps them out tremendously.
Absolutely. And tonight's show is just going to be basically focused on our coaches call. We're going to touch base with as many coaches as we can around the community, see how they're feeling about the offense, defense. You know, we're on game day eve. We are on the brink. It's almost time. Real excited. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night for our first show of the season, 11 o'clock to midnight. We're guaranteed we're going to ruffle a few feathers. We're going to make you laugh. We're going to have a good time.
We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time.
Now, some of the bigger games this week, I know one really people are focused on. You've got North Murray coming to Dalton. Pogue returns for the first time.
First time home. First time coming back to Harmon Field as a coach. The North Murray and Dalton have never played. This is going to be, hopefully, start a good rivalry between these two and big crowds.
We got Josh Robinson from Northwest.
Okay. Not only that, we've got Northwest at Parapro. We've also got Cahulla Creek is hosted Murray County. You've got the Civil War, Ringgold, and Heritage playing, so can't wait. We're going to go right now to our first call. We've got Coach Robinson at Northwest. We're going to take Coach Robinson now. Coach, good evening.
Hi.
Coach, this is Chris Owens, Football Friday. Also, I've got Jason Sumner here. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
Good. Hey, we wanted to call real quick and just kind of get a little idea here. How's the offense looking? How's the defense looking? You guys ready for tomorrow night?
I believe so. We're going to be missing a few kids. We've had some injuries. Our starting center, Kate Combs, went down on Tuesday, and one of our starting wide receivers, Jace Talley, has broken his thumb and he's out a couple of weeks. So we are got a little bit of an injury bug this week, but the kids practice hard. You know, we're looking forward to being able to go out and perform, and you know, it's going to be a challenge for sure. They've made the playoffs, I think, for 16 straight years or something like that. So
right.
It'll be a challenge for us, but I believe the boys are ready, working hard, and ready to go get somebody else other than each other. That's for sure.
Good. You know, I've caught a few practices, and I like everything I see. It looks good, and I know you're fired up. And when toe meets leather tomorrow night, I know things get underway. It's going to be exciting to watch. It's going to be exciting to watch.
You know, it's always in the South football's king, right? So
right.
It's always exciting to get this going, and the boys have had a long year worth of work. We talked to them about that today. You know, you guys have been up to the challenge that we've put before you ever since last December, because we finished playing in the spring or late in November, and then we went to the spring, and you know, it'll be good to toe it up. You know, it's always fun around here to get going in during football season, and we've been to the postseason for several straight years, and we're definitely looking to keeping that streak alive.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, and I know getting through the spring and the summer as injury-free as you can is very important. I know a couple weeks ago we had a scrimmage with Calhoun, very competitive scrimmage. I thought we looked good on both sides of the football. Run defense especially looked really strong. We got Owen back there, dual threat, can run, can throw. So it's always going to be exciting.
It is for sure. Owens a 4-year starter. I think I've said this before. He's 43rd on the all-time list in passing yardage in a career in the state of Georgia, and he has an opportunity to get to the top 10 if he ends up with a remotely similar year to how he's had, where if he ends up with, I think, 2,600, he'll end up 8th all time. So, that's always exciting. It makes the coach feel really good to have that back there. But our run defense is where we think we can be really good. We have a lot of guys up front that have some experience, and they've played well. Our defensive line's a little bigger than they usually are, which really helps those linebackers have clearer lanes to run through, and we've got some good players. And so, stopping the run is an important part of football. We've got to be able to run the ball better than we did against Calhoun, but I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but Calhoun has a pretty good football program. Usually puts out a pretty good product. That's right. So, but nonetheless, we still have to be better, no matter who we play, because if we want to achieve the things we want, we're going to be playing good teams to get there. So,
yes.
The last Friday was definitely a good start.
Yes, sir. And to touch base real quick on Owen Brooker, he gets up in that 2,800-yard range, more passing. He can get in some really elite company up there.
Absolutely.
With the Deshaun Watsons and the Trevor Lawrences and some of those big names.
Big names.
Yeah, I would say there'd be some people that would recognize the names that are given when getting up to that level of football. For
Absolutely.
Sure. But he belongs up there. He's an extremely hard worker. The quarterback usually takes a lot of gets a lot of the credit, takes a lot of the blame, and Owen will take the blame more than he does wanting to receive the credit, and that's part of what makes him so good. He's a team player, and he pound for pound, he's the strongest kid in our football program, which speaks to his work ethic. And he provides a lot of good tangibles and intangibles for the Bruins, and for us to be good, he's going to have to play Owen Brooker football and stay within our confines and our receivers. We've got a couple of seniors back. Callie's hurt this week, but
right.
Braxton Floyd started for us, and then our juniors, Hudson Gray, started for us last year, and we moved Isaiah Foster from defense over to offense to kind of help replace the catches that Ray Morrison and Braden Morrison had. And, we expect those guys to perform well for us, and it definitely needs to start tomorrow night if we want to be successful.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach,
I just had a couple questions too. This is Jason, by the way.
Yes, sir.
The Pepper, I seen him last week, of course, at the Dalton scrimmage. I was glad to hear when you was talking about your run defense, maybe the strength of your defense. Give us a little bit of a breakdown on Pepperell, if you don't mind.
For anybody, I went to we practiced in the morning so we could go watch Pepperell and Dalton play that night, since we're opening with Pepperell. And number 11, he'll be one of the best running backs that we see all year long. It's kind of hard to place those guys 1, 2, or 3 because there's nobody like a Jameer Gibbs. He's not that good, but he's definitely a college football player, and I think their whole football team really revolves around him. He's been starting off and on as a freshman and had 4 years, so we've got to limit him, but at the same time, the quarterback can run the ball. He didn't get loose, but a few times against Dalton, not for many yards, and Dalton's feet kind of caught up with him. But their second running back, I think he had the only long touchdown run of the night for Pepperell. He's a pretty explosive kid and a senior, too. So, and their offensive line, I believe they bring back all 5 starters from last year, and they're all juniors and seniors. They were sophomores and juniors last year. So we're going to have to do a good job shutting them down, and they're replacing a lot on defense. But at the same time, they have some talent over there. The quarterback comes over and plays him outside linebacker. And number 11 is I'm not sure if he's any worse at safety than he is running back, and that says a lot, is considering how good he is there. So, we're going to in a 3-4 defense like us, and it'll be similar style offenses and defenses playing each other, except we throw it a lot more than they do. We typically are going to throw the ball 30 to 35 times, and they're going to run it probably 35 to 40 times a night. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Definitely a good way for us to start the season to kind of see where we're at and how far we've advanced since we scrimmaged Calhoun.
Yeah, I always like seeing speed early in the season too, when you got running backs, things like that, to kind of get you boys used to seeing some of it, especially if you don't have, you got to have some in practice, but game speed is what you need to see.
Absolutely, the players that we see in our league, we have a lot of good running backs. A lot of them have went to college, and a lot of the guys this year we play against are going to go to college. So,
yeah.
We have to see that early to be able to adjust. And that's probably the scary part is about the early game. Is we've Calhoun's running back's really good, but we haven't seen that speed since the Calhoun game.
Yeah.
And he's a kid that can really move and run, and we're going to have to adjust earlier. He'll get loose real quick.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, Coach, good luck tomorrow night.
Yeah.
As always, go Bruins, and thank you very much for your time. I know it's very precious this time of year, especially for the big game tomorrow.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Get some rest. Enjoy your family tonight, Coach.
Thank you. I get to spend about an hour with them before they go to bed, and I go back to watching film.
I got you.
Guys reaching out, and thanks for what you guys do. I don't think anybody understands the time commitment that you guys have to do this, and it's great for our athletes, and that's the reason anytime you guys need anything, you just give me a holler, and I'll be glad to talk about any Northwest Bruin football player.
We appreciate that,
Appreciate
Coach.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Y'all have a good night.
You too. Thank you. Well, Jason, that was a great call.
Yeah.
Coach always is very generous with his time.
He is, yeah.
And not to harp on it again, but Owen, being a 4-year starter, he gets those numbers, he gets those yards, he can really get himself into some elite company.
I think he's an elite brooker now. I don't know if any of the other brookers ever done anything like that. I mean, maybe Jerry, but definitely not Jake.
He's on the Mount. He's on the Mount Rushmore brooker.
Yeah, he is. He is.
We'll give him that.
He's almost there with Jason, but Jake, I think he's past his daddy.
I think Jason's got a little bling bling too to show, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He does. A couple of them, man. If it matters of fact. Yeah.
And I think we're going to take a call here in a moment from Cahowa Creek. But, Northwest travel out tomorrow night to Pepperell. That's a little bit of a drive. Won't get to make that
Glendale.
game.
Yeah.
But next week's game, I think it's safe to say it's going to be your headliner. You got Northwest at Cahowa.
That'll be
revenge. Revenge game.
Yeah.
I think a lot of boys at Northwest had a bad taste in their mouth since that game ended last year.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to hear about field conditions. I don't want to hear about slop. They both played the same game.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. Okay. We do not have Cahowa on the phone next. We have got Coach Stephenson from Calhoun on line 1. So let's see how Coach is doing. Coach, good evening. This is Chris Owens with Football Friday. How you doing? Doing great, Coach. I know time is precious. Night before a big game, we're less than 24 hours from kickoff. So we want to call real quick, get a little quick take on offense, defense. I know you've got a heavyweight battle tomorrow. Calhoun plays Blessed Trinity. Can't wait to see how that turns out.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I feel like, the day before a first game, being a big game as well, like an elephant's been standing on my chest all day, and, and it will be up until kickoff tomorrow. But the kids are excited. We're pumped up, ready to go. You battle all summer against yourself and all preseason, so it's great to get to play against another colored jersey.
Yes, sir. And, got to see you guys play 2 weeks ago when you came up to Northwest and scrimmaged, and, it looks like your typical Calhoun team. Solid on offense, solid on defense, special teams, all three fronts. So, any areas there you want to kind of touch on?
How many you got coming back this year off last year's team?
Yeah, so we got 5 total coming back, which is not ideal. But it's been an exciting preseason because we've got so much competition in practice, to take those spots, because we've got some really good players, but they've been behind some 2 or 3 year starters. So it's great to get both sides of the football. Those guys a chance to kind of get pushed in the fire and see what they're capable of.
Exactly.
Tell us a little bit about Blessed Trinity. I know they've replaced a coach and they've lost a horse at running back, but a team like Blessed Trinity, they don't reload. They just get ready again.
Exactly. Here's how I told my team on Monday at the team meeting. Yes, they've lost their running back and their other running back, a lot of guys from last year. I said we're not drinking that Kool-Aid. We've been around Bush Trinity long enough that we know that it doesn't matter whose name's on the back of that jersey. If they're in green and gold, they're going to come out ready to play. And we put them out last year. So anytime you put a team out, and then you get to open up with them, you know they're going to come out sky high. So hopefully we can match that intensity early and just keep it a game to the second half.
Sounds good, Coach.
And Coach, I gotta toot y'all's horn for a minute. You know, I'm a Dalton guy, but you guys turn out a great defense every year, and that is, you guys are physical. You guys do a great job with coaching these kids and getting them in the right places. It's really fun to watch, and it's really a testament to you guys and how much work y'all put involved with the boys, and also how much those boys are biting into the program down there and getting the job done.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Our defensive coordinator, Coach Morrow, is top notch. You know, he could definitely go and get a head coaching job somewhere. And the whole defensive staff has been together for a long time. We've got some young guys working with them, but just that stability they've had on the defensive side, and then look at defense and offensive line. Wins football games. And I feel like we've got great coaches all over the place. So it's a definitely blessed with a great staff, and like you said, the kids respond, and they love putting that C on and going out there and playing football and competing for Calhoun. So hopefully this year's bunch will fall right in line.
I have no doubt they will, and I know that we look forward to seeing you guys the second to last game of the season. We look forward to playing you guys every year. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's weird. We've never played them since I've been here that late in the season, and in the region we've either opened up with them or playing the first couple of games. So it's definitely always a circle game, but now it's just kind of it's so far away, but it's one that you still kind of keep an eye on and get ready for.
Absolutely, Coach. Thank you.
Coach, thank you for your time, and once again, I got our tea time that second week of March.
I'm there. So as long as it's not snowing in March, I'm good.
Coach, we're going to be playing at Dalton Country Club. I know when you come to Dalton, you're not.
And you didn't invite me?
You're not used to losing when you come to Dalton, but we're not going to be at Harmon.
I hear you. And the new Dalton Country Club, it's about too much to handle, especially in March.
Hey, it'll be my treat, buddy. It'll be my treat. But practice. So, hey,
that's right.
Get a good night's sleep. Enjoy your family. And thank you for your time.
Hey, thank y'all, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Great call there. And real quick, before we take the next call, just a heavyweight matchup.
Absolutely. Big
I wouldn't
game.
be surprised if there's NFL scouts watching that game.
Yes.
We got Dalton on line one. Coach, good evening. Chris Owens, Football Friday. How you doing?
Doing great.
Hey, thank you for joining us, Coach Carpenter. I know night before opening game is extra special, and we're going to let you get off and get spend some time with your family, but we want to talk to you real quick. Tell us about how you guys got through the spring and the summer. How's the team looking, offense, defense, special teams? How's everything coming together?
It's really been coming together well. We had a great summer, got a lot of participation. We always go down in July to FCA team camp. The guys had a big time down there. Felt like it brought us together, and it's just kind of been rolling into fall camp.
Good. Now, I'm sitting here tonight. My special guest is a
already
guy that needs no introduction. We got Jason Sumner here, and he's got his third one coming through the program now.
Yeah, freshman. Yeah. The baby West.
Yes, Jason Sumner, he's a legend now.
Hey, anytime I can do a show with a living legend, buddy, I'm doing something right.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's him and Dusty Rhodes right up there together.
Dusty Rhodes. Hey, I do a good Dusty Rhodes.
They are both the American dream. I'm just trying to live the dream, but that's the American dream, Coach.
I hear you.
Yes.
But I know tomorrow night it's a game that really needs no introduction, but you got North Murray coming to Dalton, legendary Harmon Field, first meeting between two programs. The tradition, Dalton goes on and on and on, and it's a game I think it's going to be hard to find a seat tomorrow night. You could already go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry.
Okay, I hope so. It's been such a long time since we had the opportunity to play this close to home, and we have a lot of respect for Coach Pogue and what he's done over there. This is I'm as excited for our kids as I am the community. I mean, it's just going to be a lot of fun. It's finally, this is what high school football is all about.
Excellent point, Coach, and we hit on that earlier. It doesn't matter if you're a Cat, or Indian, a Mountaineer, Bruin, Colt. Come out and support your community.
Buy a ticket.
Buy a ticket, support your community. All the games are great. Opening night's just extra special.
It is.
So we appreciate your time. Jason, do you have anything else?
Well, Coach, I appreciate you, and we're looking forward to tomorrow night catwalk. Would you say, 5:50, Coach, is when the catwalk is?
5:50, yes, sir. Catwalk, 5:50, and we'll come out about 7:25.
7:25. I can't wait to see it.
Either.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I know you're amped up. I've been amped up for 2 weeks getting ready to play. So
we could use you for just one play. I think you got it in you.
If you got a helmet to fit my head, I can do it.
Jason played at Northwest, but he was a mauler and a brawler. I think he was a two-time All-Pro anchoring that left side. So,
well, we appreciate you calling in, answering our call tonight, Coach. And 8th grade game going well?
It did. We just had a tough loss to Cleveland. We kind of put it back together and really played well defensively and ran the ball great offensively. So we're really proud of those boys.
Yeah, it's good seeing everybody out there. That place was packed. I had to park when I came over. I had to park down out nearly on the baseball fields. So it's always good to see that type of crowd at a ball game.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Coach, I got a 7-year-old that eats, breathes, and sleeps football. So he'll be yours in a few years. He's 2nd grade at Westwood, but he's coming.
Oh, that's great. I look forward to it.
He's coming.
Yeah.
So have a good night. Enjoy your family. Thank you.
Yeah, get something to eat and get some rest, Coach. We appreciate you.
All righty. Talk to you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's always great to talk to Coach Carpenter. Just a first-class guy.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure. And, and again, Dalton High, a couple of hiccups the last 2 seasons. Before that, I think we had, was it 50 consecutive winning seasons?
Oh, 50 plus. 50, I don't know the number. If you take out the year we went and played Deshaun Watson, we had to forfeit a couple games, but it's a tremendous run that they had. I don't
think it's been matched anywhere in the country.
On any level.
On any level.
In any sport. So it's pretty awesome. And seeing Kit and the culture change he's been making there and bringing this stuff back is fun to watch as well.
Absolutely. We're going to take another call. We've got Christian Heritage, Jay Pogue on line 1. Coach, good evening. Chris Owens with Football Friday along with Jason Sumner. How you doing?
Guys, how we doing?
Doing real good. We've got head coach Jay Pogue with Christian Heritage here on line 1. And Coach, thank you for taking the time out. I know you probably spend a little time with your family before the big game tomorrow night, but we're less than 24 hours. Toe meets leather. So, how's your blood pressure? You take your blood pressure here lately?
It's fine. It's fine. We're excited. We're excited to get out there and get somebody else.
That's exactly right. I tell you, you can feel the electricity in the studio tonight. I'm already getting excited. I don't know if I'll sleep tonight. But tell us a little bit about offense, defense, special teams. How's it looking?
Yeah, it's fine. And we went to Nashville last week and did our annual destination trip and scrimmaged a really nice team up there. The 6-time state champions, the Davidson Academy, probably the biggest high school football team I think I've ever seen. And we did fine. We did fine. Well, I was pleased with the effort and the way we were physical with them. So, it's everything starts with defense for us, and we've got some returners over there. We really like our linebackers, and we've got a sort of a stable of running backs, and we play our kid both ways so much. So our running backs are our linebackers, and our defensive linemen are our offensive line. But we've got to stay healthy, and that's sort of the thing for us every year. But we'll be led on defense by Daniel Guile at defensive end. He's preseason All-State. He's a terrific player. He's got college offers. But he's got a lot of options. He's got a 4.4 grade point average and a near perfect ACT.
Yeah.
But he's a really good player for us. And then, you'll hear names like Eli Thomason and Jalen Gay and Max Moore and Camp Carpenter. Got a good many seniors over there. Biggest senior class we've ever had, guys. 17 seniors out there.
Awesome.
So with a lot of experience. So defensively, we've got to stop their speed. We're very familiar with this opponent. They've been in our region for a number of years, and we've had a lot of great games with them. But they are very athletic. They always are, and it's just a matter of can we catch them. Mm-hmm. And so we'll find out. Offensively, the quarterback moves in from Sonoraville, Carter Triplett. He's a talent. He's 6'4", 220, and he's a 10th grader. So it'll be his first game out there. He's 15 years old, so we've got to remember that. But he's got a lot of ability. But I think Eli Thomason and Jalen Gay in the backfield are going to be a great tandem for us this year. And they're both really physical, tough runners, and we got a little size up front. We've got some senior receivers coming back, so we'll have to keep things simple. I wouldn't say simple, but we don't want to put too much on Carter's plate too soon. And it's good that he's got Eli and Jalen back there to sort of lean on a little bit in these early games, because we've got some tough early games as we get ready for our region stuff.
Good.
So,
Jalen Gay, I've watched him grow up at the rec center. You're correct. He is a tough runner.
Yeah, he's a football player.
He is, always has been. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're excited. I've got this 10th grade class is a really talented class for us. So we've got all the seniors that have a good bit of experience, but Daniel, Guile, and Eli are sort of the talented. The talent that stands out in that class, but a lot of talent in that 10th grade class.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see. It's it's always a game that comes down to the very end. We've had to block an extra point with 1 second to go in the game to beat them 3 years ago, and we blocked a field goal to beat them 2 years ago. So it typically comes down to the last possession. We know each other very well. They've got their middle linebackers committed to Georgia Tech. They've got two backs that can score every time they touch it, and they've got a lot of size up front. So it'll be it's a game we wanted to keep on the schedule when they did the reclassification, because it's always such a rivalry game for us. So it's a good one out the gate, and I'm glad we got it at home.
And Coach, that's a great point. We were talking about earlier. It's a great game right out of the gate, and it's at home. And we're telling everybody, support your community, come out, fill those stands. Buy tickets, buy popcorn, cheer on the Lions, and let's bring home a big win. And I got to ask before we go, you got a new big hire this summer, promotion up your defensive coordinator, Britt Adams. Now, I've heard he's had a few offers from the pros that he's turned down.
Yeah,
because
so he can go to Christian Heritage.
He is putting the steel curtain back in the line defense.
Yeah.
He is. The biggest problem with having Coach Adams with us is it's tough to find a 4X in a polo and a size 15 Triple E shoe. So we're gonna let him get off the bus first on the away games. I know that. So no, Coach Adams has been a blessing for us, and the kids have really bought into what he's doing on defense. And I know he probably won't sleep a wink tonight because he's super excited to get out there and get going.
He's a great man. He's waited for this for a while.
He is, and it's his first time back in the coaching booth in a while. Yeah.
It is. Yes,
now, he was my coach my senior year, I think, was the first year that he ever coached.
Yeah.
Straight out of college.
He came over last year, as our academic dean after retiring at Northwest. He did coach our defense on the middle school last year, and he, I think that got his juices going a little bit. So it just worked out that he's done a wonderful job, and I know he's excited.
Yeah, I did talk to Coach the other day, and he's as excited as a little kid on Christmas morning, man. He's ready. He's ready.
Yeah.
Coach, enjoy your family tonight, and thank you very much for your time.
Get some rest. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good luck.
We'll talk to y'all later. Talk to you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
We'll see you.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Another great call, Jason.
Another great call. Jay's been at Christian Heritage for several years now, and I guess he's been there for probably ever since they started their football program. But he doing a fantastic job, and he's phenomenal guy. Then of course like he was talking about, added Britt Adams this off season, and Britt is just he's a war daddy. That's what he's called me for years, is war daddy.
War daddy. I like it.
He's a nice one.
But,
great man.
Having good players always helps, but you got to have that staff, and it starts at the top with your principal and your head coach, and then you surround yourself with first-class people like Britt Adams.
Yeah.
And it only gets better for you.
Absolutely.
So I think we're going to go to commercial break.
Yep.
And we'll be back very soon with some more Football Friday.
Yeah. Maybe commercial break. Yeah. There we go. That's good.
Oh.
Are you serious? Holy cow.
No, it goes fast. It goes fast. Okay, it says it's got Robert Akins, but no. Are we still on? Oh. Now it's playing.
All right, there you go. That's fine. Okay, I thought y'all was telling us to keep going. Like, okay, I got you. Now I was like, well, we can make stuff up if you want us to, but yeah. Yeah, I got you. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that'd be good.
We'll get a little hot for them.
Yeah, for the real thing.
Welcome back to Football Friday. I'm your host, Chris Owens. To my left, this week's guest, Jason Sumner. Jason, thank you again for being here tonight.
Hey, I appreciate you having me. I can't wait to get this thing going tomorrow night, and with all these, get coach's call, watch some highlights, talk scores. A lot of crosstown rivalries this week.
I can't wait, man.
New and old. So
I cannot wait.
It's going to be fun.
Tomorrow's going to be electric. You can feel the electricity in the studio already. I can't imagine what it's going to be like at the football field, especially at Harmon. We're going to go first show tomorrow night, 11 o'clock to midnight. You do not want to miss it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. We're going to have a great time. We're going to ruffle a few feathers. We're going to laugh while we do it. So,
absolutely.
Again, thank you for joining us on Football Friday. We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right. Thank you.
That's good. It does. It felt like 5 minutes. The only thing if it's possible, I wish can that be a little louder? I had it turned up all the way. I was. Oh. That's the ring. Well. Yeah.
Now, Josh, the first phone call was hard to hear.
Then it got
All the other guys after that were
I got it. I just bumped it up. I got it up.
yeah, he did.
I did. I bumped it up. Yeah. I got it to the highest. Is that better?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. It's up. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Josh is the only one I couldn't hear. Okay, good deal. That's good stuff.